Hi guys, back here with another video. This is a review of my latest belt. It's the Premier Made X Division Replica. I believe this belt came out in 2008, so it is a much older belt. It does have the thinner plates. I think these are 3mm. Instead of the normal 4mm that you get, but they are pretty good. They're very well detailed. This is a dual plated belt. I first started watching TNA in 2006, I think, when Sting was facing Jeff Jarrett for the NWA title. I think I saw it before that as well, when Christian was facing Jeff Jarrett for the NWA title, and I think that's when I first started watching it. I was watching WWE at the time, and I just fell in love with TNA as well, and I never really watched the WWE Cruiserweight title. This is the equivalent of the Cruiserweight title, the more lightweight guys. You know, this is for those guys that did the dives and the flips and everything. So this was the equivalent of the Cruiserweight title. I never really grew up watching the Cruiserweight title because I started watching WWE in late 2005. Even though the Cruiserweight title was still on SmackDown, it was retired a couple of years later, and it wasn't really treated that well when it was retired, so I wasn't really the biggest fan of it. Plus I never really saw any of the matches, maybe just a few, but I definitely grew up watching this when Samoa Joe had it, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Loki, the triple threat match between AJ, Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe, that was really good. And this has a really rich history. So let's get into the review. This belt was originally made by Reggie Parks. This has been re-levered by Daniel Ripley on really nice leather. Standard replica tip. 2-piece. This has the Midwest style tooling. 2x5 snaps. It's got really nice Lego plate tooling. Very well done, very clean beveled lines and really nice beveling. This is really like top quality leather, very heavy duty but very flexible at the same time. It just looks and feels great. So it says NWA TNA Champion. Personally, I think it should have said NWA TNA and then Champion at the bottom. So the TNA should have been at the middle and then the Champion banner should have been at the bottom. When you read it, it looks like NWA Champion TNA. This doesn't have the deepest etching. It's not too bad. And then it's got like 2 black circles on the side of the banner. Maybe they're supposed to be screws, I don't know. I don't know why Reggie put those there. I think it would have looked better without it. Very slight curve to the logo plate. About 3mm I'd say. This logo plate is much bigger than the Winged Eagle or IC Lego plates because there's a bit more space and it is a much bigger logo. Here you've got the traditional shell design from Midwest. Really nicely done. Goes all around. This belt isn't a big belt. The side plates are about 6 inches long. I think these are longer than the big gold side plates. So it is a pretty long belt. I think the cut-off point should have been about here rather than here. I'm not sure if that was on the original. It's not a big deal, I just think there's a bit too much extra space here. Traditional beveled sections. 2x8 snaps. Nice. Really detailed tooling in the snaps. It's got the crafted by Daniel Ripley leather. Dan's leather is some of the best. I've had 4 leathers from him. My AEW, my NWA that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago, and this one, and also my blue Universal that I had a couple of years ago. Each leather just gets better and better. So that's it for the strap. Let's get into the plates. The plates are nickel on this belt instead of being all gold, and then it has the relief parts in gold, so it's got the silver background. This is an older belt, so there may be some fading. It's 2008. We are in 2024, so 2008 to 2018, that's 10 years. This belt is about 16 years old, but it is really nice. You can see the stars, very nicely detailed. It's got a filler design, similar to the Jeff Hardy Immortal belt, which had a dotted design. This has something similar. Obviously, you might be able to tell that some of the gold may be slightly faded due to the age, but it does give it that ring-used look. Again, you can see the stamping. It's not too deep, but it is pretty good. You can see the nice silver standing out against the gold. Got the stars, and then you've got that filler design. It's got these type of scrolls, or like a vine pattern. Then it's got another star at the top. It's got stars on all 4 corners, and it's got the vine pattern on the opposite side here. And then here you see one wrestler doing a sleeper hold, I think. You can actually see the detail on the wrestlers pretty well. You can see the hair, the eye. You can even see the beard on this guy, and then the arms. And the wrestlers are plated in gold with the nickel background. I think the foot coming out of the circle looks a bit weird. I think it should have been inside the circle. But to be honest, that's just a design choice. You can't really do much about that. You can see the detail on the boots. I'm not sure why a wrestler is doing a sleeper hold on a lightweight belt. Maybe like a dive over the top rope or something, or like a moonsault, or like a swanton bomb. Anything, something like that would have been better, I think. You can see the detail on the hands. Really good paintwork. This belt has been very well looked after. Let's go to the other side. Same side plate, identical. Again, you can see the dual plating sticks out really nice. Again, there's a wrestler doing a sleeper hold. It's just mirrored. Maybe not fully mirrored, but it is the same. Again, I'm not sure why they're doing a sleeper hold on a lightweight or cruiserweight belt, but that's just the design, I guess. On to the main plate. it says NWA TNA X Division title, so it doesn't say champion. I always thought title was a bit of a weird name, because when you say, you know, this person is a champion, you don't say this person is a title. So I think the word choice could have been champion, but it does give it its own unique little touch, I guess. Black lettering. So NWA TNA X Division title. If you read it fully, nice dual plating. It's got the same scroll type of wines going on the sides of the star. Then it's got that really nice filler. It's like a sunburst pattern on the big eagle, where the stripes are coming out of the sides, especially here. And then it's got the same vines like on the side plates. Got the stars. They even managed to replicate Reggie's signature at Reggie Parks 2006. So that's pretty good detail, because you can read the smaller writing. This belt is famous for the big red X, which I do miss on the newer belts. I do like the new TNA X Division belt, the one that Chris Sabin has. It's a really nice belt, but I do prefer this classic. Although if they do introduce that as a replica, I would definitely buy it, because I do like the design. I just think that this one is still more classic. Very small paint chip right there. You can see the silver slightly underneath the red X. Obviously, when it's such a big painted section, there might be some chipping over time due to age. But, you know, I just think it gives it a bit of more ring-used look. And it's very easy to fix. You just need to get some red paint and just put it over. So not too difficult. It's a simple design, but it definitely works. Again, the size of the belt, I'd say these are about 6 inches, quite long. I'd say if you put this side plate over this, so my hand can go fully across, finger, from small finger to my thumb, and it reaches to the other side. And so I would say this is about 3/4 the length of the main plate, so it is a very long side plate. It's not a big belt. I would say it's about maybe 9 inches tall. There you can see how nice and vibrant that X is. It really looks good. So that's it for the plates. Let's get into the strap. I'm not sure when this leather was done by Dan. I think it's recent, but it is very good. It's got some nice, it's even got a center bolt. It's got like a winged eagle type of look. It's got like a winged eagle type of look to it, where the plate hangs off. It does hang off quite a way. So if this was the winged eagle, obviously it would have the bars. But I'd say it hangs just as much as the winged eagle. I'm not sure if that's only on the replica. Maybe the real belt had another bolt here and it was bolted down like this. I'm not sure. But it is a nice design choice. I think it gives it a bit of a, you know, classic winged eagle type of look. Obviously, I'm not comparing this to the winged eagle. They're completely two different belts. Even the side plate has a bit of hang to it. Quite a bit actually, you can clearly see underneath. So the flexibility, very nice. This isn't fully broken in because I've put it on the shelf. But it is flexible, plus the plate hanging off makes it a bit more flexible. Very nice, just stands up by itself, you don't need a stand or anything, just looks really good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this around the waist, put it on the shoulder, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. That's how it looks on the waist. Again, it's a very small belt. It fits quite well. The side plates have a very slight curve. Again, it's not a big belt, so the curve isn't really too much, but you do get that winged eagle type of effect where the plates stick out, so the leather does hug your waist a bit more. Now I'll put it on the shoulder. That's how it looks on the shoulder. Again, very small belt. I'd probably say the main plate is the size of the classic ECW. The side plates are quite long, as you can see. It fits over the shoulder alright. There's not really too much weight to it, to be honest. There's barely any weight to it. I'd say it's probably about £2. Doesn't feel like it, maybe 3. So that's how it looks over the shoulder. So that's the belt. Slight curve to the side plate. Again, it is a very long side plate. This actually reminds me of the Jamar Cruiserweight belt that had a very similar type of look. It had really long side plates and one center plate, so I'm guessing some inspiration may have been taken from that. There you can see the thickness of the plates. You might be able to see some of the depth in the stamping, but there's not really too much. So guys, that's it for this review. I really like this belt. I'm glad I got it. I've been after one of these for literally about 5 or 6 years now. And to get it fully re-levered already, that's really good. Because then I won't have to get it re-levered in the future. And it's a lovely belt. Honestly, I'm sure a good maker can make it with a bit more detail in the etching and everything, but if you do want the official replica, this is a very good option. Again, it's not the most detailed in terms of stamping, but it is a very nice design and it looks really good, especially on the real leather. It's quite a long belt, I'd say probably about 50 inches, so it is a longer belt. So guys, that's it for this review. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, leave a like, leave a comment. It all helps the channel, and please share this video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you are notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching.